Chelsea have had a turbulent season, especially in the Premier League. They look like they'll miss out on Champions League football despite all the money they've spent. There's a looming transfer ban as well as the manager Liam Rosenior being sacked, as Callum McFarlane's going to step in for me just like he has done in real life, and I am going to shock world football, stepping in for Todd Bowley, purchasing Chelsea because I don't want them run badly anymore. Yes, people, new series day here on MWS2 if you're here from the main channel, here from finding this in your recommended. Thank you for watching and clicking on this here video, as this rebuild we are taking over Chelsea for quite a while, and this is the team that we start with. Injuries to players like Estivao with a hamstring one. Malo Gusto playing in his position, Enzo Fernandez back in this squad. He fell out with the previous manager, Liam Rosenior, and if you didn't see the Leicester rebuild we just did, he was in charge when we rebuilt them. No longer here for us. We've got 145 million, but we are not in a window. We are in the Premier League. I've used live points to get as closest to reality as I can. This is filmed before their game against Forest. You might be seeing this slightly afterwards. We sit on 10 points, chasing the Champions League or even Conference League by this point. This rebuild's going to be difficult. Of course, we've got to get that new manager and players in, with 41 currently at the squad. But I am trusting Callum, as I'm going to have to speak to the current Chelsea manager, say, Callum, can you get us over the line? Can you keep this Chelsea squad healthy just for a little while longer? I want to be up there, competing next season, and I can't lie, it might take a new manager, but you have all of my support, and I know you came through the academy. As a coach there, do you think there's any talents currently in it? And he says yes, but none to promote before the big game I've just got us in. Of course, worldwide outlets are still settling to the fact I've took over Chelsea. They can't believe there's a new manager in town. As you can see, 5 games left. We've got crucial ones against Liverpool. Forest are trying to stay up. We've got Tottenham, the rivals. Sunderland just jumped above us. And an FA Cup final. Manchester City's going to be so exciting. I cannot wait to play these games today. And if you can't wait also, next season we're getting new kits, new signings, and new youth players. So hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 5k on this channel. With Forest, the team we've got to beat first. We've got Colwell stepping into this lineup. Yoriel Harto's played really well, but this might be the team we go with. There's a lot of problems to fix here, like the future of Gittins and the future of this man, Garnacho. He catches a lot of flames. Kind of rightfully so in some instances, as we do go to the Bridge. Our home ground for this first game, Nottingham Forest. They'll be trying to survive, despite getting a bit of a points cushion. I don't know why they're trying that tactic under Pereira. Malo Gusto trusted on the wing. I haven't even touched on players like Cole Palmer. Obviously, he starts with Malo Gusto. Straight through that gap right there, and Palmer, he goes near post. That's a bit sloppy from Cole, but a good start to this Callum McFarlane side. He's good with the header. Not the player you expect winning those, and tactically we haven't done too much. Obviously, the assistant manager, Callum, or the temporary manager. Caretaker's the word I'm looking for. Not changing things up too much. We've got Enzo Fernandez running forward, passing to João Pedro, who tried to sneak away. And whilst we're in this game, one thing I actually haven't deeped is if we do win this one, or sorry, don't win this one, we can win the FA Cup and still get into European competition as Correa. He opens the scoring for Nottingham Forest. And since when did he actually go and join the club? Is that Angel Correa? Is he a free agent or something? It's brilliant movement. Goalkeeping somewhere we definitely need to fix. 1-0 down in our first game. And the first thing I've noticed, Gittins has got to come on. We've got to get Neto on that right. It's an area that definitely can swap with Bino and Gittins. Cole Palmer. Palmer looking for a gap. Cole Palmer, he should have hit that more cleanly. If we're going to rely on him this save, he needs to really get his shooting boots back on. João Pedro with a header straight towards Matt Sells again. Approaching the last 10 minutes of this game. I want to get more subs going. Correa, I can't believe he's at Forest. Can't believe he's the man that scored. Memphis Depay goes over to City. Need to get a tackle in here. Hutchinson looking for the top corner of Sanchez's goal. He's been quite dreadful. That's his first save in this fixture, but obviously still not leading. Gibbs-White into Correa. He goes backwards to go forwards again. The little Argentine. Chalobah with the block. 10 added minutes to get our goal that we desperately need. It's a shambles here at Chelsea. We need to fix these up long term, these issues, the gaps in the formation, and maybe change it with a new manager, but oh, João Pedro's not running properly. And it looks like the Chelsea fans have already had enough, but I'm going nowhere. I'm here for the long term, but one thing I haven't done: coach management. Despite McFarlane's replacement coming in next episode, I'm thinking, or at the end of this first one, I've gone ahead and got my own coaches in because I want the manager to come in independently and just be a tactical man. I'll deal with all the other problems as the youth we currently have. Joseph Coleman, Declan Hodgson. I'm not going to make any rash promotions straight away. I'm going to wait until we've fully got going. We've got another season to focus on, and we've got a final out of the way, as that defeat just embarrasses Chelsea even more, down to 11th. We can chase Conference League, or we can try and put all our eggs in one basket. As I'm going to speak to Reece James, because initially he did welcome me to the club, and I'm going to say, Reece, what do you think we should do? You've been here longer than the manager. He says, firstly, thanks for buying this club and trying to actually stabilise it. I think we can beat Manchester City in a one-off game. We should gamble on that one, as it is Europa League, or it is trying to get into the Conference League. And I guess he's right. Winning the FA Cup would get us straight into the Europa. I'm hoping anyway, so with some changes, we draw to Liverpool 2-2. Leaving everything to play for a week later, Saturday 16th of May. Chelsea versus City, and we've made the change. We've got Neto on the wing and Gittins on the other. With them tactically ready to spring, they're going to be wingers. We've got everybody on training drills. Fullbacks are staying back. We've got to deal with the likes of Jeremy Doku in this one. Wembley, FA Cup final. And if you're watching this before it's happened, leave your comments in the comments section below. Who wins, City or Chelsea? I feel like there's going to be an obvious answer, with this series obviously being Chelsea themed. With Reece James, we need to get started very quickly. Don't let Doku run at us, although he's already around Reece James. That is brilliant. Stewarding off the ball. Caicedo straight forward. Cole Palmer left to put the ball through to João Pedro on the deck. That is better. Switch that across. Bynoe Gittins, we've put into this team. And he should be scoring the first goal. We're going to cross the corners, hope for a header or a handball. João with a very good start. Just missing that top corner. Bernardo Silva, Nico Gonzalez need to get going again. Erling Haaland finds Antoine Semenyo, and Semenyo's just left to run at us here. Chalobah trying to come across. He's got the tackle in. This looks like a decent game for us. Obviously, City going for that title might have put the play-in into the league, or the attacking prowess into that league campaign as Palmer peels off. I don't know about the backflips, but Cole Palmer at Wembley scores the first goal. But with how end-to-end this has been, I don't think it's going to be the last. What a finish, though, and a finish we needed. Ait Nouri just skipped straight past Reece James, committing Reinders into Ait Nouri again. Good stewarding. One of the youth players we spoke on trying to utilise them. Here goes Cole Palmer. Pedro Neto on the overlap. Neto could have sweated it. Needed to get that cushion. Enzo, he's dribbling across. We can make subs. I think Asugo's on the bench. Romeo Lavia, ex-Manchester City player, with Pedro Neto down the line. He goes for the cross towards Bynoe Gittins. Is that handball by O'Reilly? Sorry, not O'Reilly. Rico Lewis and Cole Palmer. Of course, this is his ex-club in Manchester City. Top bins. We are 2-0 up in the FA Cup finale. And now we can celebrate more. Why is Cole Palmer not doing his courtesy celebration? The one that's built for him. I don't know, but we've made subs now. Liam Delap's on, Yoriel Hato. Caicedo wins the ball back himself, however, in the middle. Romeo Lavia into Moises. Here goes Neto again. He should have scored. He should have us winning this game more comfortably than we are currently doing. It's on to Romeo Lavia. Lavia's going to try and sneak it in the near post. Bynoe Gittins. We've got one added minute to, yes, the 10 added on. It's a mod with Donnarumma making a save from Cole Palmer. And the corner to come in. Pedro Neto add a third. It's Rodri. Surely had his hand up, but I don't care. Chelsea are winning the FA Cup. If we wanted to, now we can steal Crystal Palace's chance of the Tamina. If you know, you know, as there we go. The players don't look overly thrilled lifting that trophy, as ultimately it's been a bad season. Now we could play Spurs, or we could simulate Spurs. because I honestly think I'd give up on the league by now and look towards next season, beating them with more signings and saving the embarrassment of probably losing to them this time. We play Sunderland away, however we rotate the team, put some youth in, see who stays around next season. As it's a 2-2 draw with Tottenham, not the worst result in the world. And let's change this up, shall we? I'm not a fan of Fofana, nor am I the amount of players here, but I think that's going to be our squad. Up at the Stadium of Light, come on, Acheampong. I'm really excited to see him, and if I don't pronounce any of these names right, please forgive me. I'll try and learn them, but it's also very difficult when Chelsea signed about 20 players a year. We mess up immediately, and then 20 minutes flies by. We need a block in there. Josh Acheampong. It looks like they've rotated the team a bit as well, so it's not really a fair gauge of where our team's at. With Cole Palmer just slowing down, he waits for the run of Alejandro Garnacho, testing Robin Rose. Callum McFarlane will be very happy with the FA Cup win. He's kind of orchestrated himself, and that is going to be a penalty. Okay. I don't think it was, and Cole Palmer's letting his friend Delap take the spot kick. We can't overly celebrate, but then again, it's his second Premier League goal of the season. That's kind of not worth celebrating at all with Granit Xhaka. Come on, Santos, be in your position, my friend. Defensive midfield, I definitely don't think we ever need to sign. We've got so many players in it, and that's an easy turn on Josh. We need to get the tackle in. He does do, to be fair to him. And Cole Palmer, running into a gap in this second half, is against Dennis Serkin, him and Pedro Neto. So I can't take what I see here as the final product. They are rotating themselves, and Brian Brobby trying to seize the gap at the back, putting the pressure on his us. Garnacho doing his best to pull the move down, and Byron Gittens running straight into his man. This ain't good. This ain't good from us one bit. Traore, get a tackle in. That's an ex-player who left years ago, and he's actually played well. We're only winning because of a penalty against Sunderland. Massive squad revision to do. Garnacho's now in Cole Palmer's position, but he is tackled with ease. We're probably going to win the game here up north. However, I'm not impressed one bit. We could potentially fall to 12th, but no lower. Very mediocre season with Arsenal winning the Premier League. This is how everything finished. We obviously won that FA Cup, saving our season. Obviously, City won the Carabao, showing we can do it in some big games. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal in the Champions League final. We don't care because we're not there. Braga beating Forest. Conference League is Palace and Vallecano. Why do they all take place at different times? Mildly frustrating. We've got a goalie coming back in Mike Penders, who's increasing, as statistically João Pedro with 19 goals, Cole Palmer 14. Now usually if we were doing this for an entirety of a season, we do a Player of the Year vote, where you comment below, and there's a poll going out on the posts on the channel hub, if I do remember, and if it is up next season, you guys get to vote, because obviously this season we haven't really played much, so there's no reason to put the vote out. When I put this team into its strongest shape, we have this, and off the bat I want to make big signings next season. I think we need a centre-back, a left mid, and a goalkeeper to make this team compete for the Europa League. And if you agree with me, leave a comment down below and subscribe if you enjoyed episode 1.